Apollo Jenkins. I'm gonna try and make this one quick if I can, and I'm gonna touch on a few topics. I was checking on my boy OCT, man. He made a really very interesting video regarding Floyd Mayweather, and he made some really good points. But I think the thing that some of my boys, some of the guys that I associate with, and where we differ on this topic of Floyd Mayweather, where we disagree here is this, and I think they fail to absorb this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that like Blood Boxing 78 made their video, and I must say I think that Blood went into that debate very unprepared. But the thing here is this: when we start putting Floyd Mayweather lumped in with all of the all-time greats, I think that makes the standard for greatness lower. Not that Floyd Mayweather isn't a really good fighter, you know what I'm saying? And not that he couldn't have beaten a whole bunch of motherfuckers. But when we talk about what he's actually accomplished, what he's actually done in the ring, outside of the paychecks that he's gotten, then the standard is so low, we have to lower the standard a little bit more to get Floyd in there with the all-time greats. And then to get Floyd in there with the all-time greats, we got to lower the standard a little bit more for all of the guys that he did fight, like Miguel Cotto and Robert Guerrero and Canelo and all of these guys. Now, granted that these guys are still fighting and could eventually be greats, or these motherfuckers could start losing like a motherfucker, like Shane Mosley did, or like Miguel Cotto did, or Zab Judah. And then we think about how that shit's gonna play out at the end of Floyd's career. So the standard will be a little bit lower, just a little bit lower, to lump him in with the all-time greats. And then we gotta lower it a little bit more for the next generation of motherfuckers like Andre Ward or Adrian Broner, or whoever the fuck else is coming up next in the next few years, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd only has 45 fights. But I mean, y'all act like we can't forget that. And this wasn't like 50 or 100 years ago that Roy Jones was like 48 and a one disqualification. You know what I'm saying? 49 fights in, the motherfucker had looked magnificent. He hadn't been touched. Nobody ever gave Roy Jones a hard fight. There were no controversial decisions that he won, or some people called gifts. There were no fights like that. This dude didn't get hit. He didn't lose rounds. And we ain't talking 50 years ago. This was Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, he fell off at the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? We know that. Everybody don't last as long. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't last as long. We know that. You had guys like Carcino bring up the point, like with Andre Ward, he didn't fight. He's almost 30 years old and he don't have 30 fights. Well, by the same argument that people use for Floyd Mayweather only having 45 fights, you don't have to fight as much now, right? So if each generation is fighting a little less, shouldn't Andre Ward have a few fights less than what Floyd Mayweather has? I mean, the thing is, how do you separate Floyd from the rest of the pack? Joe Calzaghe retired undefeated with more fights than Floyd Mayweather has. How do we separate Joe Calzaghe from Floyd Mayweather. If you a dude from Wales or wherever the hell he was from, it's probably a gang of them motherfuckers sitting there screaming out, my guy was the best of all time. What did your guy do that my guy didn't? So, if you're going to put Floyd in there, then you got to kind of throw Joe Calzaghe in there. You have to at least put Roy Jones in there. I mean, because the end of his career doesn't take away the accomplishments that he accomplished, you know what I'm saying, before that. You know what I'm saying? The 4 or 5 knockout losses don't erase the win that he had over John Ruiz or James Toney or Eric Harding or Montel Griffin or Virgil Hill, Clinton Woods, Julio Gonzalez, David Telesco. It don't take away all of those wins. There was a time when Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was like 89-0, some shit. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't 50 years ago. But now, all of a sudden, we have to lower the bar a little bit to say that we got to get Floyd Mayweather in here. Floyd Mayweather had the opportunity to accomplish more shit to separate himself from the pack. But at some point in time, I guess he started making a lot of money. He didn't have to fight as much, whatever the case may be. But we shouldn't have to lower the bar to say that he's an all-time great or the greatest of all time because he did something that a whole bunch of other motherfuckers already did too. Roy Jones could have retired after the John Ruiz fight, and we would have had to argue that, I mean, can you imagine the argument that would be going on? And see, we don't live over in Wales, so I'm sure that, you know, there's probably a bunch of guys saying that Joe Calzaghe was better than Floyd Mayweather. You know? I mean, I don't necessarily hear people bringing that up. You know, but if I was a Joe Calzaghe guy, or if I thought that Joe Calzaghe was that good, I would be saying that or making that argument. But I don't necessarily think that Joe Calzaghe was that good. And then, I mean, I'm listening to Zone 6, man. And, I just watched E King fight. Talk about Andre Ward and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. The thing is, this is also my fucking problem with the position that Floyd Mayweather is being put up on. We can't, how can we say that? Or, no, I ain't gonna say how can we. You had Carcino, the biggest Floyd Mayweather supporter, say that it was some bullshit for Andre Ward to want to fight Chavez Jr. Isn't that shit identical to Mayweather versus Guerrero? If you put yourself in a similar position, and let's just use this as a base. All of us out here, we make YouTube videos and shit. And let's say I said, Google sent me a check for $150 for one of my videos. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got a video that got 500 views on it out of all my videos. So let's say a guy like 78 Fight News say, well, shit, I got a couple videos with some 1,000 views. I ain't never got a check for that much. You know, he might go out and, you know, make a call to Google or something, or write a letter or email or some shit and try and figure out why he didn't get no check for none of his videos. If you're Andre Ward and you're in the same profession, as Floyd Mayweather. He probably went through the whole Super Six and didn't make as much money as Canelo did for fighting Floyd Mayweather. So if that's the formula, to go fight a popular Mexican so you can get paid, why in the fuck wouldn't he do that? He's already beaten everybody in his division. But see, you got like Zone 6 saying that he should go up to to light heavyweight, and he need to go fight some of those guys. But why? If the objective right now, the way to get paid is to fight a popular Mexican, maybe he should at least get a couple good checks and then maybe go up to light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he probably hasn't even made, maybe in his whole career, what Canelo made, only getting 10% of the purse to fight Floyd Mayweather. Now, if you in the same profession and you know you doing something that another motherfucker ain't, but they're getting all the praise and the glory and all the money, you're going to try and follow suit. You're going to try and do that same thing. Why in the fuck wouldn't you? I mean, shit, man. I mean, it's a rough and it's a dirty sport. It's a rough and dirty sport, you know? So, don't get it twisted. I don't necessarily agree with the fight, but I understand why he wants to do it. I completely understand why. He wants to do it for the same reason Floyd Mayweather wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez or Robert Guerrero or Miguel Cotto. It's the same motivation. So, if the same motives that propelled Floyd Mayweather to fight those guys and not only get the biggest check, but also get the most praise, why wouldn't Andre Ward want to do the same thing? If he was doing the right thing and entering the Super 6 tournament and beating all of the best competition in his weight division and getting a fraction of what somebody else was getting and beating better competition, why wouldn't he want to go ahead and follow that model? But that's what it's come down to now. And you're going to see guys like Adrian Broner do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? At some point, Danny Garcia is probably going to do the same thing. So, instead of the skilled fighters fighting the skilled fighters, you're going to get guys who are popular always in fights. You're going to see guys choose the bigger fan base and use the Floyd Mayweather model excuse. And then what's going to happen is, in order to be great or to be classified as an all-time great, we're going to have to lower the bar a little bit more and a little bit more. After each generation, we're going to have to lower the bar a little bit more. Just because of the guys at the top, they wanted to do a certain way. And the guys at the bottom are going to have to follow that model. So, when the criteria for being great changes because of some things that are not, like blood boxing made statements about gloves being smaller and all that shit. I don't think that really mattered. You know what I'm saying? That was a part of the evolution of the game. But having 45 fights don't necessarily matter until, if you only have 45 fights, then each fight becomes that much more important. So a dude like Ray Robinson fighting 200 fights, of course every fight wasn't a big fight, or every fighter wasn't an all-time great. But the when you fight less, then that means every fight is much more important. You know what I'm saying? It's just like football. Football, there was a 16-week season in football. College football is even less. So it's more important for you to go undefeated in college football than there is in any other sport, because you play so few amount of games. So every single game is important. It's like the whole season is a playoff. Football, the same thing, or professional football. 14-2, 13-3. That's a good ass record. But you gotta, the fucking World Series champion can have a fucking 10-game losing streak during the season because they play so many games. That means that each game that's played is less valued than each game played in the 16-game season of the NFL season. So when you take a way smaller number of fights, when you take 45 fights, every fight becomes that much more important. So you lose room to take on a fucking Victor Ortiz when you got other guys that are more deserving. There's more room for scrutiny if you only fight once a year. Then that has to be the most important opponent possibly to fight. If you're only gonna fight once a year or some shit like that, then that means you have to go through great lengths to make sure you pick the best opponent. You leave no room for error because there's less information for you to assess what needs to be assessed, like being an all-time great. We don't want to have to lower the bar for greatness, lower the standard or the criteria for greatness because of this particular individual decided that he didn't want to fight that much. So now it's like, well, he don't have to fight that much, and he don't have to fight the best fighter because he can fight this guy for money. See, now it's like it's too many concessions to say that this guy is the best. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to make all of these reasons or excuses for guys of the past. Then there's this other argument of skill set. And to me, I've heard, Troll said this, and I know that Pull Counter always says this. But to me, it's kind of ridiculous because skills come in many different forms. Many different forms. You have electricians who have a certain set of skills, carpenters who have a certain set of skills, computer programmers who have a certain set of skills, and doctors who have a certain set of skills. Singers, rappers, they have a certain set of skills. And they perfect their skills in that particular realm. You know what I'm saying? So even within a certain particular set or a certain skill set, you have specialties like a machine mechanic, you know what I'm saying, an auto mechanic. You have an electrician, you have a fucking software programmer, you know what I'm saying, a computer repair specialist. You have, carpentry skills, guys who build cabinets. Then you have guys who build like couches and shit. Then you have guys who actually build houses, homes. You know what I'm saying? So people throw the skill set out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you took any particular set of skills, no matter what it was, what sport, and in this instance we're talking boxing, if you take one's particular set of skills and you put it up against another individual's particular set of skills, you get to see whose skills are better. Because one person throws a good jab, he might not have shit for a left hook. Or one motherfucker could do everything pretty good, but have no power. Or one dude could have good power, bad timing, a weak chin, low stamina. So all of these things become factors or things within a particular set of skills. So Floyd Mayweather, they say Floyd Mayweather's skill set. What does he throw the best jab? Does he throw the best left hook or right hand? I don't know. I can't fucking tell, because the only punch that I really see him land is his jab to the body and a straight right hand. I don't see Floyd throw left hooks to the body or right hooks to the body. I hardly ever see him throw uppercuts or fight inside. Usually when a guy gets close to him, he ties him up. So what the fuck is the skill set? I don't know what is it that they see to bring up skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he a good fighter at range? Yeah. But he doesn't, to me, particularly have a really good jab. I've never known him to be a particular great jabber. You know? I mean, I know he throws his jab to the body sometimes, but I see him do that more often than I see him throw a jab to the face. He throws kind of a Cheerio left hook, but I've never seen him throw a devastating left hook. What was the left hook that you seen Floyd Mayweather land on somebody? What fight was it? You know what I'm saying? When was the time where you seen him throw the left hook to the body or the right hook to the body or the uppercut? Like, in what fight where you were like, damn, that was a great ass uppercut? I mean, I don't understand the skill set thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I watch a guy like Keith Thurman, I look at him and he possesses all the skills that I see that a boxer needs. He can fight pretty much inside. He can fight from distance. He moves well. He has good power. He seems to have been able to take a punch pretty decent. But I don't know if he can beat. His skills will translate to beating Devin Alexander or Timothy Bradley. I don't know. But just looking at him, he looks fucking phenomenal. You know? Same thing with fucking Peter Quillen. He looks phenomenal in the fights that I've seen him. But will he be able to beat Sergio Martinez? I don't know. Golovkin, he looks amazing when he fights. He jabs the shit out of motherfuckers. I've seen him win fights with left hooks to the body. I've seen him win fights with fucking overhand rights. He looks devastating. I mean, does he have to move as fast as Floyd Mayweather to have a great skill set? Is his speed or his lack of speed makes his skill set not a great skill set? I don't know. That skill set shit doesn't even make sense to me. All fighters can fucking throw a jab, throw a right hand, a left hook. So when is it considered a skill set to land a left hook or a right hand or an uppercut? I don't get the skill set shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at Michael Vick, there isn't a quarterback in the NFL who looks better than Michael Vick. When he throws the ball, his mechanics, when the ball comes out of his hand. I've never seen him throw a duck in my life. And I'm an Eagles fan. I've never seen him throw a duck. What quarterback can even be in the same sentence with Michael Vick when it comes to moving their legs? Is he the best quarterback? Nah, but based on his skill set, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know. But it's just, it's like they have to, it's like reaching, like, well, he has the best skill set. I mean, what the fuck does that even mean? What is that exactly translate to? You know what I'm saying? A mechanic, an auto mechanic has a great set of skills, right? But can he tint my windows or fucking paint my shit? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he probably can change the brakes or put on an alternator. But then he may not know how to fucking change the radio out. I mean, is changing the radio in a car a fucking skill? Or is it a set of skills that it takes to do that shit? I don't know. I mean, I've seen every fighter throw a jab. Some fighters look better and prettier doing it. I've seen Miguel Cotto throw pretty left hooks to the body. I've seen Guillermo Rigondeaux jab the fuck out of somebody. Land a straight right hand almost as good as Floyd Mayweather. Does he have the best skill set then? Or is he the second best skilled fighter? I don't know. So for the guys who say skill set, I would like some more elaboration on that. I mean, it's like you say that for the sake of your argument, but I don't understand it. Like Muhammad Ali, he had good footwork. He threw a fucking phenomenal jab. He knocked guys out, so he obviously had power. I mean, like, what type of skills were Muhammad Ali missing in order to have a great skill set? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy,
Mac P.
Rollo Jenkins.
We back.
I'll let your boy.
And ain't nobody flies us. Hat. Check. I am on that fly, why try? This is my shit. Giving you the business, I'm just making sure my top fit. Never stress a hater, cause that Mac can make it side flip. Yeah, I'm a star, shine bright, I make that eye twitch. Yeah, I'm on that Twitter shit. Yeah, your girl be following. She said I could inject it, but she would prefer to swallow it. The coupe make them get naked, said it's something about that dog tint. Superman, I'm the man. The booth just call me Clark, can I fly? You wanna know that I'm fly? And still aviation generals until I die. Nah, niggas wanna hate. Damn it, I wonder why. Cause I'm out here getting cake. Fuck the slice out of a pie. Cherry bomb, napalm, I ignite it with the fire from a lighter. I'm the motherfucking flyest. It is chaos on the mic, and you know that everybody wanna be the flyest, but nobody wants to learn to be a pilot. You niggas ticket to get it, so let's go. Aviation generals in it, so let's roll. And when they hear the music, they just gotta let us know that we the flies in it. We the niggas ticket to get it, so let's go. Aviation generals in it, so let's roll. And when they hear the music, they just gotta let us know that we the flies in it.
Once again, it is the flyers. Aviation kings, we are your highness. Elevate your game, mile high shit.